Okay, hello folks. I wanted to make a video today about the philosophical argument for reincarnation. Now, I certainly did not invent this argument. I've probably read it in, I don't know, 20 or 30 different books and seen it on TV, like Through the Wormhole, etc. So it's a very well-known argument, and obviously people in the Middle East, people in the Far East, Buddhists and Taoists and such, Hinduists all believe in reincarnation. So its origin probably comes from over there somewhere. But anyway, I wanted to make this video from my friend Q, who's having a little bit of trouble wrapping his mind around reincarnation. And Q, obviously, we can politely disagree on this. If you watch the video and you still disagree with me, that's fine. We can still be friends. What I'm having trouble understanding is, how we can have so many other common beliefs like astral projection and remote viewing and extraterrestrials and the little people and all the things that I believe in, you also believe in, except this one matter of reincarnation you're having some trouble with. So I'm just trying to help, that's all. I'm not trying to force my opinion on anyone. If you watch this and you still disagree, like I said, that's fine, and we'll still be friends. But anyway, so a philosophical argument basically goes like this. I was a philosophy major in college, so you have basically three statements. The first two are called premises, and then the third statement is called the conclusion. And basically a philosophical argument is if the first two premises, the first two are true and logical, and the third statement follows from the first two, logically follows from the first two, then the third must also be true if the first two are true. Okay, so that's a philosophical argument. So again, I didn't create this argument, but here goes. So the first premise, number one, is that your soul is energy. Now, if you're not a religious person, you don't like the term soul, just say consciousness instead of soul. Okay, your thoughts. It's your thoughts and your what goes on in your mind, your sense of self. Your soul is pure energy, okay? And energy and matter are really intertwined. Einstein's theory of relativity proved that. Time and space are intertwined, and energy and matter are intertwined. Scientists today, they have done experiments where they've taken a patient who is terminally ill and volunteered their body for the purposes of scientific study. They weighed the person, just before they believed that they were going to pass. And then after the passing, they weighed them again, and the body was a little less. Now what happened? Something obviously left. And there's a movie called 21 Grams that's about this, and they believe that the soul weighs 21 grams. So you can actually measure the soul scientifically in that manner, and people have done it and say that there's weight to your soul. So again, if the body weighs a little less right after you die than it did just before you died, there's something left it. Okay, so that's the soul. But again, this thing, that energy, your thoughts are energy. Your neurons work by electromagnetism. That's what keeps your brain operating, and that's what allows you to take in oxygen and transfer it to energy that you can use. So your thoughts and your soul is pure energy. Okay, that's the first premise. The second premise is that energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Now, in one of the groups that I'm in, the Parallel Realities group, we talk about CERN a lot. If you talk to any of the scientists at CERN, the atom smashers of the world, they will tell you that they always end up with the same quantities that they started with in any of their experiments. So they can take some matter and some energy, some little tiny particles of matter and fire them at each other at extremely high velocities, and they can create something new, either energy or matter. They can convert energy into matter, or vice versa. They can convert matter into energy, or they can take particles that, maybe two particles of energy and one of matter, and smash them all together and come out with something different at the end, that's all matter or all energy or whatever. But the end result, the quantities are going to be the same as what they started with when they measure it. So again, nothing is destroyed. It's only transformed into something new. Okay, so again, energy can never be destroyed. It's only transformed. Think about it like when you burn a piece of wood, the fire is energy, the wood is matter, and then it turns to ash and smoke and things like that. But again, the quantities, when you add it all up, it's all the same. Okay, so that's the second premise. So hopefully I'm making some sense here. I mean, it's kind of late, and I'm just, trying to prove a point. So those are the first two premises. One, your soul is energy. Two, energy cannot be destroyed, only transformed. And then the third, which is the logical conclusion from that, is that we never die, okay? Your soul never dies. It's only transformed into something new, okay? So I outlined it over here. Let me just do a little flip. I don't think I can flip the camera around because I already started. Maybe you can see this board behind me here, okay? So that's the argument, okay? You got the first two premises there, and then you got the third, okay? And again, I didn't create this argument. It's been around for a while. I've read it in a lot of different books. But that's philosophy. It's logic, okay? So hopefully that helps a little bit because you never really die in this material world. You know, you might pass on into the next world and you may stay there for a while contemplating your past lives and what you've done and what you did right, what you did wrong, and you won't move on to the next life until you're ready to do so. And time also isn't the same over there when you're on that other side. You know, what goes by for us might seem like 100 years can go by in the blink of an eye to someone over there, or vice versa. A moment can seem like an eternity. There's no time. Time is not the same. So that's why, you know, sometimes people will see their loved ones in dreams or in astral projection on the astral plane, or and their loved ones come to visitation dreams. I've had those. People that die too early, or you know, their energy kind of lingers maybe here in the material world for a while, and they're having trouble moving on. Maybe they need help, or maybe someone they love who's still here in the physical world needs help. So they're either here to help you or get some help from you. But anyway, I hope that explains it. And then eventually, once they do get to that point where they're able to move on, then they move on. Some good fiction books are what's his name? Odd Thomas books by Dean Koontz. There's 8 of them, and that's what he does. He's kind of like a psychic medium who sees spirits of the dead who are lingering spirits who have some type of trouble in their life, and they're having difficulty moving on, and Odd helps them do that. And also he has many other adventures along the way. But anyway, just some thoughts. And again, Q, you know, if you still disagree with me, that's great. You know, we can still disagree and still be friends. No big deal. But just like I said, we've got so many other things in common. I'm just trying to help you maybe understand a little bit about, you know, this reincarnation thing that you just you can't accept. All right. Peace.